So hello everyone, today I'll be discussing my FORE School of Management's PI. So it was scheduled on 30th March and I had taken the slot 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So my slot, like my turn came around 10:50, and before that they had this entire presentation planned early in the morning at 9. The students were taking it and it was going on in both offline and online mode. Since my interview was online, so I was attending the event in online mode where they walked us through a presentation of what FORE stands for. So FORE full form is basically Foundation Organization of Research and Education. So then they talked about their origin and how they were established in 1981. They also in depth and in very elaborately discussed their placement stats and everything. So once after that was done, we were given our slots and my slot was 10:50. So in 10:50 around when I joined in, there were multiple panelists in the meeting, but only 3 panelists had their camera on and they were asking the question. So I'm guessing the others might just be moderators or something. So in the 3 panelists, there were 2 women and 1 man. So then just as the interview started, they obviously asked me about my self intro. So I walked them about through my intro, that what I had done and everything. So after that they were like, okay, fine. And then they started asking me a few questions from my profile, like what was the research, what is the blog about, like because this was the last interview of the season and all the other 3 interviews were already done. So I was kind of very practiced about these questions, so they weren't exactly anything new or a new curveball. So I was just smiling and answering. So after that, one new question that I got in this interview was, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So basically, like, I did have a proper written learned explanation for it, but I didn't recall it at the moment. So I just walked them through what I would really want in 5 years. So I was like, I would want to make my alma mater proud and work in a good branding or strategy job in marketing. So they were like, why marketing? So I walked them through like how my profile is all in marketing and how I've been so passionate about marketing. I do enjoy, and then we got to discussing what are my favorite campaigns and what all I have covered in my blog. So the conversation went there. So after that, again there was another question they asked me, and that is, where do I live and who are in my home, like who's my family and everything. So I walked them that I live in Ghaziabad actually, and they were like, okay, so where was your last college? So I was like, it's Vips, so I used to travel by metro. And they were like, okay, fine, they were understood it. Then they were like, yeah, so what does your family do? So I walked them that my father is in a private job, my mother is a teacher, and my brother's in 12th. So they were like, acha, okay, fine. So we had a very pleasant conversation, and later they just said thank you and if you had any questions. And because it was last interview of the season, and by this time even I had relaxed quite a bit, I had cheekily ended up asking, like, sir, like the male panelist, like, sir, when can we expect the result? So even they started laughing and they were like, don't worry, we'll tell you soon enough. And the interview ended on a high note. So yeah, I hope my experience helps you. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye.